Why are you looking so serious, though?
Why so
Serious? Hey, you guys. Welcome to the Imperfect Podcast. This is Bourbon here.
Jamal.
You definitely did not match my energy. I'm
out
of 10 and you're like out of 5.
I was thrown off. When I do it, I know what I'm gonna say, and then you come in, but then when you do it, I'm like zoned out listening, but I'm not like
zoned out listening.
I'm not.
That just
ready
lets you
to,
know our relationship.
participate.
Are you ready now?
Yeah.
We have very interesting things to talk about today. No?
Yeah, sure. We can do it. Sure.
You see our Oreos back here? Y'all, I know it looks a little bare right now, but I am very, very excited. We are transitioning to our actually new studio, and we get to deck it out the way we want. I'm very excited. We're going to paint the walls. We're going to add some artwork and all that other good stuff. But in the meantime, this is what we got.
This is going to be very interesting, this transition.
With my 100 dogs.
Jeez Louise. I can tell you are really excited.
I am.
Decorating is such a woman's thing.
No. See, so understand this about me. I am not your typical woman when it comes to shopping and decor and all this other stuff. But I am very excited about this podcast. And I'm very excited about it reflecting our vision and what we represent. And I just ordered this wonderful daybed couch thingy that my best friend in Florida had. But I really liked it because our podcast is based just on conversation between me and my bestie. And it's either in the car or us talking, whatever the case may be. But it's very laid back and it's just our raw, true emotions. And so I was like, what better way to do it than just chill, laid back on a couch? So, let me close your eyes and envision, these podcasts, right?
Brian McKnight, close your eyes. Because you just went to that concert. That's it. Close your eyes.
No, but, I just envision, just really good conversation between two people. And some of you may take my side. Some of you may take his side. But just in a laid back, chill environment. And I just really... From the moment we said we were going to do this, this was my vision. It's just a big couch where we can, I'm very chill, laid back, prop up my legs, drink a cup of coffee or whatever it is that I want to drink at the time. And just have a good conversation. And hopefully you guys either connect with either one of us or have your own opinions. That's always been my vision of this podcast. And so I am very excited because we have the room, we have the furniture, all we need is a little bit more aesthetics to it, and then it will be perfect.
Y'all will see more improvements. Sound quality, I don't know what it sounds like right now, besides the dogs that I'm positive y'all can hear.
Just pause it real quick. Yeah. I'm going to kick them out. Give me a second, y'all.
Here's what I'm looking at right now. Sorry.
David is here and he's so excited to know that you are in this room right now.
Why you ain't bring that gay boy in? It's my boy.
Because I want to finish this and then we'll go out there.
And I'm putting this in there.
You put it what?
Most of it when you came back. So I did not tell you this. So this is interesting. I received this message while we were there, and I was trying to look at the statistics here.
Okay.
But the podcast was put onto Always Press Record TV.
Our podcast?
Yes.
This one?
Yes. So that means that you can now watch the podcast on Roku, Apple TV, somewhere else.
Let me not even get excited. I think we have 20 followers.
No.
That's why I don't know.
So that's the thing.
Uh-huh.
He sent me the numbers and he was saying the message says the picture is small, but the numbers don't lie. People are watching the show. Thank you for being a part of the ARP TV network.
Guys, thank you so very much for supporting our little vision that will, I promise you, mark my words, we will be huge eventually at some point or another. And we will not forget you guys that started with us. I'm sure there's a way to find out who it is. And we will make sure we take care of you guys when we get big.
Yeah, I forgot to show you that. That happened like 7 days ago. I forgot, it was a week ago. But I haven't seen you since, so.
I know, because you don't love me anymore.
It's not true.
Anyway, so I'm excited to talk about our topic today.
Hold on, though.
Oh, we're not ready.
I did want to say the audio quality, I'm not sure what it sounds like right now. I know it might be a little bit of an echo.
We'll work on that.
We're going to fix all of it.
Yeah. We're under construction.
Yeah. And it's going to look great. I am not like the type of person to get excited about nothing, but I do like when things are cool. And I'm like, I've been dying to have like a really, really cool looking studio.
Me too.
And it's going to be cool. So, yes.
And we have this whole room to do whatever we want with it. So if this couch doesn't work, then we move it out and we get something else. But you know what it is? Don't laugh at me. Did you ever watch The Big Comfy Couch when you were a kid? Or you don't have any you do have young siblings. So it wasn't in our time because I'm 37. I'm proud, so don't come at me. But I had a sister and a brother, and they were a lot younger than me. One was 12 years younger, one was 15. But it was a big comfy couch. And so a lot of her story time and a lot of the stuff. Anyway, she also did like the time of day, and it would like she would be the hands of the clock, which I didn't agree with because her legs would spread to like kind of. But that's besides the point. Scratch that and just go to the big comfy couch talk. And I think that's where I got it from, like just this comfy environment to
as a creator.
Better me.
As a creator myself, I like studios or studio setups, and when I watch other podcasts and other YouTubers, I'm always looking at their setup, and I'm like, I like that. What can I steal from that? What can I adjust from that? And the couch is kind of like common.
Well, my favorite out of all, because I will admit I'm guilty. I really didn't get introduced to the podcast world until I met Jamal. But I love Schultz. You know, I love the Breakfast Club. Even though he thinks I don't like the Button, the Joe Button podcast, I do. I just don't like the fact that they're constantly yelling at us. It's more of the tone, not necessarily the content. But I love the Andrew Schultz aesthetics.
The setup
just the setups. Yeah,
Show studio.
Yeah, Flagrant 2. They're just chilling there. They all have their own couch. You know, usually he's like cross-legged, just chilling. And then with the Joe Button podcast, they did have a couch. You know, and it was just them kind of just chilling. And that's just the
Have you
look that I want.
Have you seen the WTF Media Studio? The one that Alex.
No, but I know that was something like we were so excited when we found out that they did that. He's a huge fan of Alex, and I'm gonna share this story. I don't know if we can or not, but we went actually to go see Schultz.
This is
when he came to Dallas. See, you see how that.
Yeah, it's cool.
She's just chilling. You know, she has her legs hiked up. You know, and just chilling on the couch. But I have such respect for Alex because one, Jamal had just explained his come up, his struggle, like his fight to get to where he's at. And then we go to, he did a culture breakdown on him. And then we go and see Schultz in Dallas.
Strategic marketing. This was strategic content creation.
But we went to go see him in Dallas, which I loved the show. It was great. And as we were walking out.
You know, hold on. Before you finish that, you know how great comedy shows are? Like, I had way more fun than you. But you enjoyed yourself.
I don't think so. I had a lot of fun. Okay,
so
I'm just very hard to like laugh. Yeah. But
you had a good time, right?
And I'm in love with who's the guy with the long hair?
Mark.
Yes.
But here's the thing. It was such a great show, and he's been performing it, and you know, and I literally thought I cannot wait for the special because I don't remember a single joke.
Oh, I remember a few.
It was like in February. So
but we're not talking about Schultz right now. We're talking about Alex. So we're leaving the place, right? And Jamal's like, I'm just going to stop by and say hi. So we're walking by, and Jamal is 6. How tall are you?
5.
Yeah, you can't miss this guy in the crowd. I am 5'6", so I'm like to his armpit. Like, all right, just walk me through because everybody's trying to get out. But anyway, Alex sees him, stops, like gives him dap, says, hey, thank you so much for the culture breakdown that you did on me. I don't know exactly what the conversation because I wasn't there. But they took a picture, and to me, that means everything to me. The fact that you took a little bit of your time when you didn't have to, because you really didn't. Everybody was leaving. You could have done your own thing.
He made an assertive effort, is what.
But he did. He took an effort to stop and say hi to him, and then also thank him for the content that he made. Gave him a hug. Say, hey, you want to take a picture? And we took a couple pictures. And Jamal's not that guy. No. You know, he was like,
I didn't ask him for a picture.
Yeah, he did not. But of course, I'm me. So I'm like, yeah, of course I'll take the picture.
I didn't ask, and he didn't ask me if I wanted to take a picture. He told me.
Yeah, he was like, let's take a picture. And I was like, I'm here fumbling for my phone, right?
He was like, where's my phone at? Yeah. Security, get him in here, bring him up here.
He was freaking amazing. So, because he's such an awesome human being behind the camera. Well, obviously, I wouldn't do this without you. I mean, with you if you weren't. But Alex, he was such a freaking awesome. And that's the kind of people that we want to be. It doesn't matter how big we get, which we'll get there eventually. I know it. But we will, I can't speak for him. But I will always be that person to say thank you and appreciate, the time and the effort. You know it's true. I'll still be there too. Bro, our show will be done at midnight, and I'm still saying thank you and giving people hugs and taking pictures at 2:00 in the morning. This fool will already be home.
Person, bro. Cut it out.
No, you are nice.
I know how to appreciate people.
No, I know.
Yeah,
but we just show it differently.
Also very, like.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
It's a little bit different, but yeah,
I will say I am the yolk of the egg, and he's the white stuff.
I don't know what that means.
I don't like the white stuff. But anyway, a lot of people do like it. Anyway, let's move on, because I'm sure we're boring you at this point, to the topic for the day.
So a lot of people have been avoiding this topic, and I know, and then a lot of people have talked about it or discussed it a little bit, and I like the fact that nobody really knows us, and we're not beholden to nobody. But I'm very positive person. I always want to spread positivity. I don't want to be negative.
No slapping on stage. Just kidding.
But the thing with me is, I do a lot of positive content on this channel.
Absolutely.
Nothing but, actually.
Actually, yeah.
But on this podcast, I'm going to always speak my mind. I'm going to be straight up and try to deliver this kind of information or the way I feel about certain topics in a polite manner. But a lot of people have been avoiding this topic, and it's been a big one this week. And I think we're a little bit late, but the Thee Stallion, Tory Lanez situation. I know a lot of people, and I've been saying this for a while, and I've seen people in the media talking about this, but people in the media say this a lot about the Meg and Tory situation. How can you have an unbiased trial? Because the trial people are not supposed to know about it. Right. How could you possibly have a trial with your peers and they not know? Your
jury not know what's going on. Yeah.
And they don't know what's going on. Now, I thought that exact situation, and I didn't hear nobody thinking about this for the George Floyd situation. I don't know.
There's so many people though that don't.
It seems unbelievable to me that people didn't know what happened.
I wouldn't have known about Meg Thee Stallion
and well, that's my point.
Right. If it wouldn't be for you. So, and that's the whole basis of our podcast, really. My life is dedicated to work and my family and music. Like, that's it. So I don't listen to the news. I don't listen to social media. I really don't follow it. So now with this. So
that's my point here. Like,
right. If I wouldn't have heard about it if it wouldn't be for you. She is
probably...
Yeah.
She would have been... Sorry, I took a juror away from you.
Yeah,
she would have been a perfect juror because she doesn't know anything.
At all.
She doesn't know anything about the case. And I really haven't, given details.
No, not at all.
And I try to be unbiased in this whole thing in general. Right. I do have certain opinions that I voiced on Twitter. They got taken away. My Twitter account is gone. I said some stuff on there that I wish,
sad about that.
Very sad, but I wish I could pull that stuff back up,
right?
Because I wanted to, when everything all unfolds, I want to be able to point back to those tweets. But she doesn't know very much about the case, and I haven't really given her the stories and story that I heard. But we watched the CBS
just watched it
interview right before we cut play.
Yeah.
And I didn't watch it this week. I saw bits and pieces of it. I saw the internet react
Isn't that
to
Oprah
it.
Winfrey's girlfriend?
Gayle is not her girlfriend. She's not gay. She has a man, Stedman.
We understand that.
Oh my gosh,
Okay,
bro.
continue on.
I wish.
She does.
I wish.
She's living the best life.
That would be amazing.
Bro, she is living
really
the best life, and that's why I love Oprah Winfrey.
That's like,
I ain't mad at her.
That's Oprah's equivalent of like
That's
my roommate.
That's her side chick.
That's
yes,
her roommate.
That is her side chick. That is her side chick, and it's okay.
Crazy.
But anyway, I respect that. I do not say that with any disrespect or judgment at all. I think you're living your best life, and do your thing.
That's great.
But anyway, so she had this interview.
Yeah. So I didn't. Again, I didn't watch the interview. I did see bits and pieces, and I have heard media personalities' opinion on it. But I formed my own opinions.
Absolutely.
Based off of I like to gather all information and then form my own opinion.
Yeah.
But she just saw the interview for the first time. So what do you think about Meg's recount of the night? And we don't have Tory's side, so we're just gonna go off of Meg.
So I do think it was accurate. Okay. I did notice, okay, that her voice sounded like if she was crying, but no tears fell. Mm-hmm. She constantly wiped her eyes and her nose, but nothing was kind of coming out of it. But that doesn't mean anything. It could be... Because
she had makeup on and it was smeared.
Right. But I mean, I understand the fact of you feeling it really coming on, you know, and just wanting to stop it. It could be a very emotional... Or maybe you're just giving a little bit more emotion to connect. But I don't think that she's lying when it comes to this. And the fact that she said the reason why she lied about the glass was because she was scared that they were going to get shot. Let me tell you guys something. I am Latina 100%. Okay. I would say I look Latina, but I don't. People 9 times out of 10 think I'm Indian. Yeah. Unless if I have my curly hair, and then at that point they were like, okay, you're something. But I fear for my life. Like, I see a cop and I get tense, and I'm doing nothing wrong. Right? That's just the world, unfortunately, that we live in, because I know that there are so many more good cops than there are bad ones, right? But you just never know which one you're gonna get. Mm-hmm. So I definitely understand her justification of saying, look, I just stepped on glass, whatever, right? But the fact that when she went to the hospital, right?
She lied again.
She did lie again, but at the end of the day, you still have the cops down your throat trying to figure out what exactly happened, because 2 and 2 don't make 4. So I understand that the cops, and kudos to the cops for doing their job and saying, something just don't match, or maybe something doesn't add up correctly. There's a cover-up here of what really happened, whether it was because of the truth, just trying to find out, or whether because they wanted to nail some black person. I have no idea.
If I recall correctly,
were these white cops or black cops? Do we know? Or Spanish?
We don't know. But I don't. If I can recall correctly, when this situation came out, it was reported immediately, and they said Meg Thee Stallion did not say Tory shot her or nothing like that, and she said that she stepped on glass and that she not cooperating with the police. And the police came out a couple days later, and this is just me trying to recollect things, but police came out a couple days later and said we don't have any kind of situation. They're not cooperating. It's not what we're gonna continue to investigate, but basically there's nothing for us to investigate because we don't know nothing. And then a little bit of back and forth happened on the internet, and then Meg came out and said Tory shot me, and then now we got.
I agree with it. So based on her,
I don't have a problem with that. I want to speak out real quick. I do not have a problem with her version of the story. I don't think that it's nothing wrong with her lying in the moment. She could have told the truth at the hospital. That's
But
odd.
No, it's not odd, because you still have the cops that were at the scene take you to the hospital, and they're still taking a statement there. And for the police report, they do need that physician statement sometimes. So correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know. I'm not a cop nor a physician.
I don't have a problem with her her not telling them
what's your
on
problem?
the site. So my problem.
Her faking like she's crying on the interview, but she's really not crying.
No, she said some stuff in there, and obviously I've seen the online reaction, and I know what people are really, really pointing out, and I'm gonna point it out to you.
Mm-hmm.
But, and I do have a problem with that stuff. But my thing is, on my first time watching this, it's just some inconsistencies.
Okay.
And it's so weird to me for her to say, like, before she got to the whole "I'm a victim" thing, and she was like, Gayle asked her, "What do you think about the people who don't believe you were shot?" And she was like, "It's not for them."
It's not.
I agree.
100%. Yeah.
But my issue was with her follow-up statement after that, which is, "I do want this to play out in the courts."
And
then
it will.
Shut up. Why is it? To stop talking about it. Why are you doing this interview if it's going to be out in the court?
No, because you feel the pressure. No, bro, I don't agree with that statement. Because as a celebrity and as somebody that is in the content now, you just dropped a bomb single that I will
some people alleged was about Tory, by the way.
And so
which
when
is gonna bring me to my next
so when I heard about it, that's what I thought of. But then you said this other guy, and I'm like, who? Because again, I'm not in social media, you guys. I am the most boring, plain person when it comes to the outside world. Just because my life is so popping, I don't got time to find out about anybody else. But
her life is not popping. Her life is out of hand.
I call it popping. I love it. But what I'm saying is, I believe that there's validity to what she said. Okay, I do believe that what happened. I think that what got her to this level, he denied it, right? Or something like that, or I really don't know.
Yeah, he said he didn't do it.
He said he didn't do it.
He still said he didn't do it.
Right. And at the end of the day, it's her job to press charges or not, right?
Yeah.
Or is it because it was an assault weapon?
It was in a public space, too. I think the police had no choice but to pursue
But she could have.
She could have not cooperated, but.
And I think that's what pretty much happened. Like.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with her cooperating, but I'm saying if you want this to play out in court, then let it play out in court and be quiet. Get off social media.
No. It's different when you're still human, right? So I can believe a certain thing, and I put myself in that situation, right? I know what happened. I know I got shot. It was from him. He's a good friend of mine at the time. Now he's being a little, so we no longer talk because of the situation. But I still honor and respect the friendship that we had prior to that point because we both lost parents. We bonded over that. And that's a bond that a lot of people can't understand. Now, fast forward to the situation, I can understand why she feels like she needs to defend herself because a lot of people are now saying that she's a liar. This didn't happen. You're just saying this for attention or for clout or for whatever the heck it may be, right? So I can understand why she feels the need to justify herself. But at the end of the day, it's all going to come out in court with evidence and proof of everything. I mean, if you have bullet fragments in your leg, obviously you got shot. At this point, it's only a matter of who did it. Clearly, you can, as in 2 seconds, the fact that you said you stepped on glass can be rectified and be like, no, there was bullet fragments. It entered this way, exited this way. This is the damage it did. So I just think with her, it's more of a, look, I'm tired of hearing this. I'm moving on. All right, I'm bringing out new music. I'm doing other things. And I'm constantly tired of people bringing me back to this one instance. And this is what I have to say about it. And I'm going to end it with, we'll find out in court.
So I'm not one of those people that don't believe she got shot. Of course she got shot. It's obvious that she got shot.
So
I believe that she got shot that night. But immediately when this happened, and I want to go back to 2020 when it occurred, Tory was the biggest star, like, in the country. He was really, really popping. I know you don't know this.
Yeah, I want to know that.
But he had a thing called quarantine radio. He was dropping new music every single week. He was getting 1 million+ people on live stream on Instagram Live every single day.
Okay.
He was on a high, an all-time high. And that's why Meg was around him so much. That's why they were the bestest of friends, because she was on quarantine radio. I'm telling you, she was there.
Okay.
So when this happened immediately, my first response was, there's no way in hell he shot this girl. That sounds crazy to just throw your life away over this. So
but
now
people do it all the time.
Correct.
With
so
no
now,
explanation.
So now it's like, hey, let's get some more information. Now we've had 2 years, and within this 2 years, a lot of accusations have been made, a lot of rumors have been formed, and there's a lot of different scenarios. And in a lot of it, I've been thinking that my initial thought again was Tory did not do this. He was immediately canceled, life ruined. Everything was taken away from him.
Which I don't agree with that either. I mean, aren't we in a country where you're innocent until proven guilty?
That's all I want to say. That's all. I just want that to be the thing. If he did it, he should go to jail.
Absolutely, you should
long, I think it's
and
26 years.
I agree with you 100%. Until proven guilty, then I think things should continue to move on, because now at this point it's a he said, she said.
Right.
And of course they're going to take the side of the woman because, you know, we're weak and
it's not fair because you lose opportunities.
Absolutely.
And his career can never be the same after these accusations.
I don't know about that. You're right.
I've watched him for the last 2 years trying to fight to get it back. And kudos to him for fighting through this. But what creatively. But hold on.
So what do you think happened then?
So that's what I'm going to say. I don't know these things,
so
but I hear
she got shot in the foot.
I hear the rumors through the
You think
streets.
it was her best friend trying to stab her in the back and set him up?
Tory
was dealing with the other girl.
Said that Meg was upset because he slept with both of them. Well, he slept with Meg, He slept with Meg, and that her best friend wanted him, and she got jealous. They was arguing. So, hold on.
So it's because of the dick. Of course.
That's what he said.
Of course.
But
of course.
But there are real substantial claims and rumors that the best friend did it. That is a real thing that the best friend did.
That the best friend girl had a gun and started just shooting like crazy.
Yeah. And I'm going to tell you now.
Okay.
I'm going to explain a little bit of why that
I can believe it. Sense. Okay.
Since they've been in this pre-trial phase, Tory fingerprints weren't on the gun. And there was no gun residue on Tory.
So that just clears them right there.
I would assume, but we still haven't reached trial.
What about the best friend, though?
I don't think they tested that. But now, here's the next thing. This was her best friend. A month, 2 months after the shooting, they never seen together again. They don't even talk to each other. They actually hate each other. Ever since that incident, they are no longer friends. And Kelsey, the girl...
That to you.
She came out and said it herself. We supposed to be friends, and here you are messing with blah, 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 when you know I wanted him, blah, blah. Like, she came out and said these things.
So she wanted Tory?
Yes.
And look, this is why I don't mess with females. Yes,
you do. That's all you do.
Well, I'm married for 10 years, okay? So I've had the same one that I know. She's not messy. No, what I'm saying is this is why all my best friends are guys, right? And thankfully, all the girlfriends and wives and partners or whatever of my best friend guys understand our relationship. But this is exactly why. You know what I'm saying? It's like, really? This is what it's going to come down to. Because of some dick, you're going to sit here, shoot me in the foot, and then all this other stuff. Or if that is the case, then Meg taking the opportunity to blame it on Tory versus taking
I don't think she... So she originally...
Or she really doesn't know.
She originally said, from when the story came out originally, she said she had her back turned.
I do remember that.
But
so she doesn't know who pulled him up.
But she got shot in the back of the foot. So she would have probably had to have her back turned.
Right. So it proves the fact that she doesn't know. But I'm sorry, but if you get shot, is that initial reaction not to either duck or look back or see where it's coming from and who had the gun?
It does, but it doesn't matter if you're getting shot. Like, you might fall.
No, you're probably right.
So,
look, if I get shot at, I'm my fat ass is running.
So
and then I'll check back later.
So the thing is, I actually think that once I started hearing the rumors about the best friend, when I found out, like,
you think it was
a year and some change ago, when I found out some year and some change ago that her and the best friend don't even speak anymore, and they've had issues since then, that's very suspicious.
I'm gonna say this right now. I hope it was the best friend.
Me too, actually.
I hope it was the best
friend. Because I don't think that Tory deserves this. And if it is indeed...
I don't know if he does.
And I've said this, and this is the tweet that I was referring to earlier. If he is indeed innocent.
Mm-hmm.
If he go to court and they find him innocent, the internet owes Tory Lanez the biggest apology that has ever
and you mentioned,
existed
yes, and
on
you mentioned that back
the
then.
planet.
But here's the thing: how are they gonna prove? So, the whole trial is, did he do it or not? And there's really no proof of really on who did it. Just, was it a gunshot? Was it a gunshot wound? Was it? So how? So here's my question: on this trial, how, if it was the best friend, how are we going to be able to prove that it was a gunshot wound, it wasn't the foot, but it wasn't him? How are we going to be able to prove that? Besides the fact that there was no remnants on him.
That's a good question.
Mm-hmm.
It was a gunshot. It is gunshot wound because she still has bullet fragments
right.
in her
So we
foot,
know
right?
that.
We know
but
that.
He has no fragments, no gunpowder, nothing on.
Here's the thing.
Uh-huh.
It's not his it's not. They have to prove that he did it, not that he didn't.
Because it's
like,
with
reasonable
doubt.
They have to prove that he did it without a reasonable doubt. So, honestly, it's enough.
So if he's considered innocent, then this female just goes off scot-free, or are they going to go after her?
Who knows? But, and also, who cares?
What do you mean, who cares? This one chick...
Clearly Meg doesn't, because she ain't said nothing about her.
But I'm just saying Tory should, because at the end of the day, your name is being drugged,
But he could be doing what we initially thought that Meg was doing, which is protecting.
And I understand, but
because I wouldn't.
No P is worth you.
But no. So here's the thing: if I know I didn't do it,
mm-hmm.
and I get cleared, I get exonerated.
That's all you care about.
I don't care. Like, I'm not trying to send you to jail as well. You see what I'm saying? Like, but also here's another problem, just based off of all the things that I just painted or that I just said.
But people are not going to be okay with that, though. You do understand that.
That's fine. But here's another big problem with Meg's story. If the argument wasn't between her and it was between the two people in the back, which I would assume was Kelsey and Tory, then why is anybody shooting at her?
Yeah, I don't think it was... I think it was a ricochet. I don't think the bullet was intended for her, because why would you shoot somebody in the foot?
But also,
if you wanted to do damage, at least do a kneecap or something.
It did ricochet off the ground.
Exactly. So I don't think she was a intended target. I think that it was something where she was just at the wrong place at the wrong time, precisely where the bullet hit the ground and maybe ricocheted up and hit her foot.
So then who are you shooting at? And then he said,
but it could have been
dance. That's
right,
so crazy.
So
that's when I thought.
So here's my thing.
If
somebody's saying that, right, dance be dance or whatever that blank is, and you're shooting at the floor, you're not shooting at anybody in particular, but you gotta understand that those bullets are gonna land somewhere.
And that.
So if this is true, and he did say that, and he's shooting at the floor, then maybe it did ricochet. But based on her conversation,
I'm gonna tell you
that wasn't the case. Based on her conversation, there was no altercation between her and him prior to this point. It was two people in the back arguing. So, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm sure we'll find out.
So, here's the thing that the internet is talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And where a lot of people say, okay, I draw the line here. She's lying. She said that they did not have a sexual relationship. I think she's clearly lying. She's lying.
You can't say that, bro.
You can say that.
No,
because
how many people think we're sleeping together?
I don't care, bro. But if somebody said, have you ever slept with Jamal? What are you going to say?
No.
Yeah, you said no. She said, what do you mean? Intimate. And she
No, I don't agree with that, because me and you do have an intimate relationship.
Okay.
But it's not sexual.
Okay. So
you are my best friend. You know the ins, the outs, the good, the bad, the ugly.
If somebody said, did you have an intimate relationship with Jamal? What are you gonna say?
I would, because I am who I am. I'd be like, what do you mean by intimate?
And then they say, did you have a sexual relationship?
And I'd be like, no.
Okay, she didn't do that.
She did say no.
She didn't, and this is why I rewind that part for you. She said specifically, "What do you mean intimate?" And Gayle was like,
"Did you have a sexual?"
No, she said, "Did you like sexual?" And she was like, "Yes, Megan. Did you have a sexual relationship with Tory?" Right? And she said, no, I didn't." What, you would not think about it. That's the point I'm getting at. That pause of
But what does that mean, though? Why does that matter?
I'm gonna show it to you.
I understand, but I'm saying, why does that matter?
And this
I mean, that would just hurt me even more if we slept together and you here trying to make me dance with a bullet.
Did you have an intimate relationship with him? Like sexual?
Like sexual.
Did you?
She laughed.
Did you have a sexual relationship with Tory Lanez? Yes, that's my question.
I didn't have a sexual relationship with Tory.
That sounds so crazy to me,
it
bro.
It doesn't to me, because that's just how us girls work.
No, bro, you just say no. You just deny it unequivocally. But if Tori said it, your best friend said it, here's your opportunity to just say yes. Because if you did not sleep with him, then what are we arguing about? What's the argument for? What's the high angry intensity? Like her discussion of like what this is all about doesn't make any sense as to why it would escalate to that status. Sleeping together would make much more sense. But her saying, no.
I don't think so, because what led to the argument wasn't so much you got my man, I slept with him, you slept with him. Like, she wasn't even part of the argument at all.
So she said.
So she said.
My point. But a lot of people feel like she's lying about that particular part, and they feel like if you lie about that part, you lie about it.
At the end of the day, it's up to you to protect your privacy in that sense, but you're also coming and talking on camera about the whole situation, so you can't.
But also, that's what I'm saying. Like,
express certain things and not.
If you don't say that you slept with Tori, and I've heard a bunch of people online saying this. Mm-hmm. Let's say that in court, they can find any way to prove that y'all did sleep together, right?
There's reasonable doubt for everything else that you said.
Yeah.
So Meg Thee Stallion, I hope.
Why is she there?
I hope.
Why is she there talking to him?
And he ain't even all that cute, girl, so I really hope you didn't.
Get off my man, bro. It doesn't matter. I've been defending Tori for 2 years, bro. Just because,
you got vulnerable because both of y'all lost y'all mamas. Look.
But I just don't want to see people lose their lives, and this has been a big thing for me.
I agree with you.
I don't want to see people lose their careers and lives because of an accusation. If I did it, fine. Same thing with Johnny Depp and Amber Heard.
I know. Natalie was listening to the. The trial that's going on, and it was talking about the part where she apparently pooped on his bed or something like that. But anyway, so I came home immediately because I'm a huge Johnny Depp fan, and I was like, what's going on? Tell me about this whole trial. Because again, I don't, but my wife is constantly on social media finding out everything. Melissa knows everything. And do you know that Melissa texted me at 3 o'clock in the morning about, oh my God, what is his name? Lane Hardy. He won, I don't know if you heard about this, but he won American Idol, I think season 17 or something like that. But anyway, he got arrested for bugging his ex-girlfriend's dorm room or something like that. She texted me at 3 o'clock in the morning.
That's fine.
And I was like, one,
nah, that's fire.
WTF. And two, why are you up at this morning texting me about freaking Lane Hardy? So anyway,
I don't know who that is, but that's fire, bro. I
don't know. Apparently, he's had a couple. I think Glady told me today that there was like 2 or 3 other girls.
You didn't do that?
No, I don't give a shit. Can I say shit? I don't know if I can or not, but bleep me out if you want.
But I don't particularly care about what's said in your house. Like, I don't care about.
No, I don't care.
I don't care about what's said in your house, but I would certainly like to be there to hear certain conversations that you've had that I'm not privy to. Absolutely.
No.
Are you kidding me?
No. There's very few times I wish to be that fly on the wall.
So you don't want to, like, you wouldn't want to know, like, what agents are saying about you,
I don't
or
give a shit.
managers are saying about you, or
no.
You're lying.
I really don't.
I 100%
no.
wish
I care about what you think about me, and I already know.
So you wouldn't want
I care about the people in my
car
close.
To be bugged so you can hear what's being said between me and somebody else I'm riding with?
No, because I feel you're honest with me. Look, certain things. Look, I am a huge believer in ignorance is bliss. Look, what I don't know won't hurt me, and whatever you tell me, I believe. So let's go. I don't know why. No.
Meg lying about sleeping with Tori.
That's her problem.
And I hate to be the blunt, harsh reality of that one. That's so wild.
But I'm excited Because of everything that's been going on, I'm excited to see how this trial plays out and what comes out to be. If he did it, I hope he's found guilty. If he didn't, I hope the jury can read in between the lines and realize, okay, part of her story is true. What she doesn't know is the part that we're trying to figure out, and it wasn't him. And I do hope in a utopian world that he can continue to produce whatever he does and continue, because people work so hard. You know, if you're in social media and everybody knows your name. I didn't know who he was, but I know of his name. And if you could reach me, then you've done your job. You've put in the time, you've put in the grind and the hustle, and I respect that. So I don't want somebody, because of what XYZ, that being taken away from you, because I think that's BS. So if he's innocent, I hope that he is marked innocent. I hope that it is proven and it comes out to light. But I think no matter how this ends, I don't think that she's going to be blamed for it, because she said it from the day one, her back was turned. And all you can do, of course you're not going to think your best friend shot you.
She's going to take it. She's actually going to catch a lot of backlash.
And she may, but you know what? As long as she keeps dropping her music and she keeps doing what she's doing, then this is going to blow over like everything else.
Honestly, the winner of this case may be, because they've both actually taken a hit throughout this process. So
I don't think she has.
She has. And
if she's taking a hit, then man, that means she would have been taking over the world.
She hasn't released, she hasn't had a big single in quite a while.
She doesn't need it with everything that she's dropped so far.
So, but my point
Body,
is,
WAP, all this other stuff, she's...
But WAP wasn't her song.
It doesn't matter. She was
but it's
part
anyway,
of it.
It, as much as she's been through and what's been going on, I do feel like, if he's found innocent, this will damage her. And
I don't think it will.
Right, if he's
it will, because that's just how y'all are on social media.
If he's found guilty, he's gone. But I
don't think he's gone either.
No, he is. He's facing 26 years in prison.
Oh, well, literally gone.
Yeah.
My bad. He could have put out content even if he wanted to.
I think that it's a lot of weird things that's been going on with this case as well, that I don't know who favor this is in. But if the police said, CBS said, the police said that they have enough substantial evidence and all that, they feel like the evidence supports the claims, right? Mm-hmm. Why would he be given bail there? He's from another country. He's not from this country.
I mean, I would still like to believe in the innocent until proven guilty. Correct.
But also, a lot of times when they see you as a flight risk, you're financially stable, and the
maybe because it was accidental. If anything, it wasn't done on purpose. Maybe.
Okay. So he's out on bail. Then he has a restraining order against him. He can't speak about her. Can't speak about this trial, whatever. Mm-hmm. He made a couple tweets that kind of were directed at her. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. They put him in jail. He got out the same day. Plays bail again. So my question is, if he's so guilty, why do they keep letting him out of jail?
Because you have to until proven guilty. Until proven without a shadow of a doubt. And you can't. This whole situation is so shady.
And it also keeps getting pushed back. And I know this for a fact. The case that keeps getting pushed back is being pushed back because one side or the other feel like they need the more time.
Absolutely.
Which side is it?
We won't know.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man.
And what are y'all's opinions on this? Definitely comment and let us know how you feel about the whole, or if you even care, right? Like I said, I really don't care so much about the situation, but more the principles and the factors that are behind it, right? Because now you're looking at two different artists that were at the come up, doing great things, making a name for themselves, and potentially one of them, or both, who knows, could just all the effort that they've put in, where we see it as an overnight success, could just be ruined over something so stupid. So, drinking.
Let me ask you this.
Don't drink and party.
That's all you do.
That is all I do. That's what I'm trying to get at right now.
No, I know, yeah. Let me ask you this. Mm-hmm. What level of friendship would you have to have with a person for them to shoot you? Like, you consider them a friend, they shoot you, and you try to send them to jail. Like, if I shot you, would you send me to jail? Like,
I don't know, bro.
Even if I was mad and I intentionally did it. Yeah, I wouldn't. Bro, I would probably slap.
But I think the whole situation is that.
And I think that's fair to say, by the way. If she shoots me, I have all right to slap her, and I believe we can still be friends. That's absolutely fair, and you can't say it's not. If you shoot me, I can.
I agree, but I also don't surround myself around people that would do that. But I'm trying to think of my top favorite people in my life. If they were to shoot me, would I press charges? I may never talk to you again, and to me, that would be the biggest punishment that you can have, even above jail time, honestly.
Fair. You got a couple people in your house right now. If any of these people, and I mean even to the last person that just walked in, if any of those people shot you tonight, and you text me at 3 o'clock in the morning, help.
I've been shot.
What did they say? Help, blank shot me, right?
Right.
Would you? I would not.
You would be the last person I would text at 3 o'clock in the morning, though.
They text at 7. This event happened at 3. And
I'm just saying, I wouldn't text you at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Whatever.
You wouldn't answer.
No, I would not, obviously.
I'll bleed out.
At like 4 or something. So, but I'm trying to figure out, like, who would I send to jail? You know, it's funny. Me and Travis had this similar conversation. Because me and you had this conversation about, like, if we kill somebody. And I was like, nah, I'm rolling. Like, you the homie, right?
We definitely shouldn't put this on camera.
Nah, we're not going to do it. I don't think. If we do, then we got to take it down.
Yeah, I would tell you this. I wouldn't ask any questions where you need me, bro.
Yeah.
I got you.
So this is the thing. We was having that conversation with Travis, and Travis was like...
I'm sorry.
Travis asked me basically, like, would I do the same thing for him? No, listen. Travis asked me would I do the same for him, and I was like, no, nigga. Like, no. I was like, I wouldn't tell, but I'm not going to help you.
Would you help me?
Yes. But I was like, I wouldn't tell.
See, bestie.
Whatever, bro. But I was like, I wouldn't tell, but I'm not going to help. Are you kidding me? And he was like, dang, for real, bro? Like, yes, because that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. It's a bunch of people in here. I'm not going to tell them, but I'm not helping nobody. And the same thing with the shooting. Does that
make us horrible human beings?
No, that makes you loyal. And you know me and loyalty.
For real. I'm loyal to a fault.
And I'm more so than you.
You think
way more than you. Yeah, we had this conversation before. Plenty of times about work and stuff. About if this person leave, whatever, bro. Anyway,
I think that's a wrap.
Yeah, it is. You finna go party.
I am.
I'm about to go.
I am about to party.
Lay down, bro.
I was about to say, you don't want to party with us? No. Yo, I'm excited about next week. We have... he thought it was we thought Kendrick Lamar was dropping, but he's not. Look, this is how committed we are. We were planning to go get a room so that we could sit here and listen to it at midnight, which we'll probably end up doing next week. The following week, so that we can have our initial reactions while you guys wake up in the morning to be able to check us out and listen to it. But next week we are excited because it is Doctor Strange.
Yep.
So we're gonna go catch it on Thursday. So you'll be able to have our initial raw reactions and our opinions.
Goodness, we will do a non-spoiler version of that, and then I guess we'll maybe follow up the next week with a smaller.
I don't know. I'm a woman and I'm a Latina, so I may.
Nah, no.
He'll bleep me out.
But I'm excited about
But
Dr.
we're
Strange.
gonna give him until what, Saturday or Sunday, or just the following week to be able to do the spoiler.
Yeah, we'll do a spoiler the next week, just a little bit.
Okay. So we'll do that. We'll do that for you guys.
I haven't watched any trailers of Doctor Strange. I'm on this whole no trailer thing. I don't want to see the trailers. Melissa just sent me
the one for Thor.
I saw that, but that was a teaser. I
don't know how.
I won't watch any more of them.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel, because are they trying to do like a bromance between him and what's the guy from Guardian of the Galaxy?
Star-Lord.
Yeah, are they trying to do like a bromance between them two?
Yeah, a little bit probably. But
I'm for it though. I love Thor, and I finally love that he's getting back in shape, and I'm excited to see. But anyway, we just said we were cutting this short, so thank you guys so very much for tuning in and watching us and supporting us. We greatly appreciate it.
And we will see you guys next week, man.
Absolutely.
That's it.